Alright, hello. Not really done much like this before, so it's going to be a bit different from the other videos. I'm just going to sit down, grab a snack, whatever, do all that sort of stuff, and read a few comments, which would be quite nice. And yeah, I'm not sure what I'm going to do for gameplay footage here, so I guess I will just put some CSGO surf montage on. Oh wait, I don't really know how to surf in CSGO. Alright, let's just put some like gameplay of Apex or TF2, I don't know, just get something in there. Alright, so let's just jump right into it. So our first comment, what's your opinion on the economic crisis in South Sudan and how can Brazil help? Well, I mean, with my opinion with South Sudan, and most other countries with crisis going on right now, I like to just take the country like this and just do that, and then yeah, problem sorted, don't have to worry about it. These kind of characters / class profile reviews are very nice, and do you plan on making any more going forward? If so, will you stick to making RPG games or try to branch out into other genres and their classes? Right, well, that's a very good question. I really enjoy making these sort of reviews. They're kind of my style of, like, showing the game while also explaining a few tips about it. I think it's quite nice, because it makes it a bit different from just being a guide or being a review or being whatever. It's like a bit all in one package. I quite like doing that. Will I stick to RPG games? Specifically, more roguelike sort of games I think I'll be sticking to. Because there's quite a few out there which I find are very underrated and I'd like to share with a lot of people. And often there's a lot of depth to a lot of roguelikes as well, lots of different strategies and things like that, and I can share my opinions on fun strategies, good strategies, things like that. So yeah, I honestly probably will continue doing this sort of stuff. Yeah, it's very fun. How do you feel about the socio-economic climate in America? Right, well, I'll just... What popular brand of crisps do you think describes the Mango Sentinel? Well, if I had to have a good personal opinion, well, he's kind of blue and orange. Now, there's not too much there. The only thing's off my head, blue's often cheese and onion, so I might just go for that to be honest. It's my favourite flavour of crisps as well, so the Mango Sentinel seems like a pretty chill guy, so yeah, I think that's the best one to go with. Do you have games on your phone? I do, as a matter of fact. I play a few different games. I have, Clash of Clans, Clash Royale, a few others, yeah. Don't really play them that much, but good fun now and then. Do you think the act of dying and ceasing to exist is so fundamentally impregnable to comprehend that when we pass on, we end up producing an idealized reality, and that each time we die, we spiral deeper and deeper into our own imaginary worlds, rather than just physically reincarnating? On a lighter note, what's your favourite band? I mean, Gorillaz is pretty good, not gonna lie. Will you ever stream games like For the King, or other games you do videos on? Well, streaming, bit of an issue with that. I am currently on a ThinkPad. This is not the best device for streaming whatsoever. The CPU is absolute trash, and yeah, it's not very good, so I think we'll leave streaming until I get an actual proper computer will be good. Why are you black? Well, that is actually incorrect, because as you can see in the video I just put on screen, my hand is a very pasty white. So, unfortunately, I am not black, so I cannot answer that question properly. I'm sorry, Joshua Seabrook. What do you think about a 3 hobos team? I think it's really fun, in my personal opinion, because obviously with hobo you have 70 in every stat, and if you have 3 hobos, whatever equipment you can get, you can just put on them straight away, because it doesn't really matter too much in the early game, making it almost more like a survival game than like a normal For the King experience, which I really, really enjoy. What are your interests outside of gaming, and what other games do you play than those already on the channel? Games I mainly play, as you probably guessed from some references in a lot of my videos, I played way too much Team Fortress 2. I also enjoy other series like Apex Legends, Rainbow Six Siege is quite nice as well. Other than shooter games, trying to think now. Well, other roguelikes I suppose. Binding of Isaac I got recently is really fun. Slay the Spire is ridiculously good. Crypt of the Necrodance is fantastic as well. Oh yeah, also one more thing I suppose one genre I do really like is fighting games in general. So Street Fighter, Tekken, Soul Calibur, all that sort of stuff's really fun as well. Can an astronomer black hole kill everything? From what I've gathered, used to. Because, we couldn't do it to final bosses, but at some point there was a glitch in which astronomer could black hole scourges. But apparently they patched that at some point, so not anymore, but basically everything. It's very good. It's a very good class. What inspired you to make For the King videos in the first place, and did you draw inspiration from any editing styles from other creators? Main thing was, when I first got the game, I was looking on YouTube, and I could see a lot of guides, but they were all just like really serious. You know? I mean, there was a bit of humour here and there, but like, it just seemed more like I was back in school, you know? Sort of thing, trying to learn the game rather than just having a good time. That's the main thing. So, I suppose the thing that I wanted to do was make videos explaining the game while also making them pretty humorous at the same time. Like some other guys I've seen. So a lot of TF2 stuff I've watched in general, like Uncle Dane, things like that. They explain stuff really well while also making the videos entertaining and funny. Editing style-wise, I think the main one that I draw inspiration from, which some people have called out in the past, is Pyrocynical is the main person, if I'm perfectly honest. A lot of his older videos, like, you could tell, well, like, didn't require too much effort, while also being extremely funny, and be equipped with not much money in the first place, and a free video editor, thought it'd be the best to sort of recreate. So all the title cards you see, so like literally a black screen, some text, and a few cursed images, that's just drawn all the way from Pyro. I suppose some other YouTubers I've drawn inspiration from, Foco's one of them. He does some really damn good stuff. Really well edited as well. I wish I could recreate editing style, but I'm not skilled enough to do that. I guess, as I've sort of said, a lot of other TF2 YouTubers as well is another thing. What are those wacky numbers on the front and back of your purchasing slab? Well, you see, I would share that, but unfortunately my lawyer says no, so sorry, I cannot give you that. Will you cover any fighting games on the channel? Ah, glad you asked. Probably not. While I do enjoy fighting games, as I've said, they are pretty... Like, I'm not the best at them, because there's a lot of depth to fighting games, and they take a lot of hours to get the hang of, which I am not the best at. If I was doing mediocre guides to fighting games, then maybe, but I feel like they just get outshined by people who actually know what they're doing, you know, it's the main thing. Last but not least, we've got a question from Shaco, saying, if you could change one thing about For the King, what would you change? A thing which I've found which draws, like, some people off For the King is how heavily RNG based it is. Well, I think that's fun, personally. I know some people don't like it, and I know there's a whole focus mechanic in place to make it not as RNG based. But sometimes it can be really annoying when like a 2% chance happens and everything just messes up. I'm not sure how you'd fix that, to be honest, because the whole game's kind of built around that's the beauty of the game. But I don't know, maybe if there was a sort of more skill based thing. Like, well, okay, no, I know that. Okay, I'm just getting sidetracked here. Basically, what I'm saying, if they could make a way to make it so it was a lot more strategy based and lean a bit away from RNG, I think that'd be great, personally. I suppose another thing would be, PvP would be beautiful. While there is like Gold Rush already, I feel having like a proper PvP mode where two players are fighting each other with parties, I think that'd be really nice as well. If they could do something like that, that'd be fantastic. Alright, that looks like that was all the comments, so yeah, thank you very much, guys. Alright, also I was gonna say thank you for all this stuff that's happened over these past few months or so. But rather than just doing a generic thank you, I'm just gonna say it in a complete opposite tone. I think that'd be perfect. So yeah. Honestly, screw all of you. I hate every single one of you with a burning passion. I hope you stop watching all my videos and don't join me for the rest of this journey we have together. Thank you very much.